What's weird is like that's the new thing. He just sits there with the button like, they're going to ask me if I'm ready. And I'm going to be so ready.
I'm so ready. I'm going to hit the button twice. Hey, everybody. Welcome to that checks out with Damon, and Ted.
You only said your name once.
Only needs to be said once. People know who I am.
All right, so I have a story.
Shocking.
I actually have two.
Hey, everybody. Damon's got a story.
I'm going to start with this one. All right, so you know how I told you my son he was in the hospital, had the infection in his leg, missed his last football game, right? So he's just about better, and because you have to keep packing that wound, okay? So I finally tell my wife, I go, listen, I think you're packing it and making it not heal, okay? Because, you know, you have to, at the end, you have to, like, let it heal. If you keep packing stuff in it, it's not gonna. So I told her, I said, just let it go. So Chuck says, hey, it's just like a blood because it's at the skin. You know what I mean? So you're no more infection coming out, right? So he decides, even though it's wintertime, he's gonna wear shorts because that's what he likes to wear. You know what? Me and you were there. I wore shorts in the wintertime too. Totally understand. Here's the thing though. He goes to school. He didn't want to wrap it. Okay? So he's got it open. I said, I don't know if that's the smartest thing right now. At least put a Band-Aid over it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So anyway, he says something, and this is my wife tells him. She goes, and I put it down. I quoted this. I typed it in here. She goes, I don't think you know how infections work. This is Chuck's response without missing a beat, and it is by far the funniest thing I've heard in the last 2 weeks. Chuck says, I don't think infections understand how I work. Right now, I'm 1-0 against infection. Okay? Now, I'm a proud dad when he says that. My wife was not so happy, okay? But he did it with such confidence that I almost wanted to tell him, just leave it open, buddy. You know what I mean? He just wanted to be like, I got to be on Team Chuck here, you know? But then I looked at him when she walked away. I go, hey, you're going to put a Band-Aid over there, right? He goes, yeah, I'll put a Band-Aid over it. You know? But he's just so confident. He's like, I don't think infections know how I work, you know?
I know she listens to this, so I have to be careful.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a reflex reaction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's so sincere about it, and she should know better than to bring that garbage into that house.
Correct. Oh, yeah. Don't say something thoughtful because we're gonna tear it apart. Okay.
Yeah, not to anyone in your family, for sure.
Yeah.
Do not bring feelings into that house.
Right, yeah.
Because someone is going to choke the living garbage out of it.
Oh, I know. And so what's weird is a couple weeks ago, I did a thing at church, and you came out and you saw like the Friday night thing where we were playing games and doing stuff.
Yeah. Your games. Yeah. Or twice, maybe even 3 times, you got my mother to go. I was like, Mac? Is Mac here with me?
Yeah. That's good though. I got that response from somebody. But anyway, so we're doing that, and we're doing the whole improv thing where they're like, go improvise and just keep the audience at bay. And this was the first night, and they go, we're gonna go on stage at 7:30. I'm like, cool. When am I on stage? They're like 7. I'm like, okay, 30 minutes.
You need to do a tight 30, Damon.
Yeah, I need a tight 30 of improvisation. Keep everybody involved. Hey, by the way, Thursday night, in case everybody's wondering, was White Hair Night. Okay, and I gotta be honest with you, it was a fun crowd still. It was fun, but to fill 30.
Wait, Thursday night was White Hair Night. I was there Friday, and it looked like.
Oh no, Friday was teenage night.
It looked like we were going to the 3:30 home country buffet meal.
Yeah, like the cocoon's coming, right? Yeah, we're all getting ready. But no, so anyway, it was one of those things where it's like, and I was like 30 minutes. So we talked afterwards, and he goes, well, what about 20? So that's like the night you come. And then he goes, well, even if you're done earlier, and I'm watching the screen, we're playing a game where you're finishing my phrase and we're doing stuff, playing around. But I'm looking up at the screen and I keep looking that way because I can see when they all come up. You can see backstage. So as I'm reading the screen, I never look the other way. I just feed to this screen to my left. Because then I see them all up there, and I'm like, ooh, cool, the last couple of answers are going to go pretty quick, because here we go, everybody's up here, you know?
Skip it, and now!
Everybody got it right, yeah. But no, it was pretty funny. But the same thing is that my wife, she talked very nice about me and this and that, and I try to explain to everybody, because you're in church, so you don't, like, they don't understand the level of sarcasm. And like, my sarcasm is actually, it's a sign of love. It's a sign of affection. If I'm talking to you, I care about you. Okay. That's just how it is. You're not You're not special because I'm a piece of garbage. And I understand that.
God,
okay.
I wish you would have put that on the board last week. I'm still checking in.
Yeah.
Just checking in. Still a piece of garbage.
Still a piece of garbage. But the fact of the matter is like, most people, when they see us, like, we interact, they look and they're like, they really hate each other. And so my whole point is that people were coming up, they're like, oh, and your wife did this and your wife did that. And I'm like, yeah, I can't believe, and I was like, I wasn't negative, but I had to remember where I was, because normally you don't compliment me. Don't compliment somebody else because we're going to the well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't bring your feelings into this. And that's kind of where I was going with this, is everybody was bringing their feelings, whether it was a compliment to me, that's cool. I don't take compliments on myself very well. I just don't. Okay. I give them to myself phenomenally. Okay.
We've noticed.
Yeah, listen, I can give myself a compliment all day long. I have a hard time taking. The giving, no problem whatsoever. Okay. But that's what you have to kind of know your audience. And I had to pull back, because like my instant reaction. But yes, a couple of the answers, it was finished Christmas phrases. And I remember one of them was like, so you go through like, maybe song titles, jingle. Well, what's the next one? I put all the way, and everybody put bells, or some people got all the way. But there was silent. Well, you think we're going to go night?
Yes, you went but deadly.
I went but deadly.
I will say that our table did get that.
Yes. Well, you were also sitting with my son and the wrecking crew from the parking lot, so they did get that.
Well, except for my mom. Ooh, you got to.
Yeah. But my point is that that's as far as I pushed it. You know what I mean? And when people come up and it's okay. Hey, your wife did a great job. And you want to be like, yeah, but. And you're like, oh,
yeah,
thanks.
but I joked about farts on stage, so
yeah, but
where's my thing?
Yeah. Where's my accolades? Come on, man. I dressed up for this, you know?
Speaking of your wife, though.
Yeah.
She reached out. She said, Damon's doing this thing. Do you think your mom would want to go? And I was like, well, now I feel like I have to bring my mom to this, or I'm never going to do this.
I would have liked to go. Maybe solo, but okay.
Yeah, because then I could have just ducked out.
Right, yeah.
Oh, he's done?
Ooh.
I'm going to...
Peace out.
Yeah, I was just say, joy and peace, everybody. I'm out.
Hey, where's them containers for the carrot cake? Yeah. I'm going to need those now.
I'm just going to take this fancy tray. Rules be damned.
I know he said twice, but it's okay.
I'm not listening.
Yeah.
So I pull into the parking lot of your church.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And right as I'm doing that, I get a text from your wife that says, hey, there's a ramp to the...
whatever side, yeah.
To the side of the main entrance. I've never been to your church. I'm looking up. There's 4,000 windows and 19 doors.
Right.
I'm like, where is that in reference to the dumpster, shed, and basketball hoop adjacent to the handicap parking? And she's like, oh, you here? And I'm like, no, I just assume your church had a dumpster, shed, and basketball hoop next to the handicap parking. You know what happened after that? No response.
You know what happened after that? Ted forwarded me that message. Okay.
I immediately screenshot that and said, hey, look what I sent to your wife.
To which I went, oh, he's here. Okay. Now, in her defense, because I'm not going to get skewered for this, okay? In her defense.
Look at him backpedaling.
No. She was checking the door. She was running a whole lot of stuff that night.
She was busy. But
no, I found that because, again, she's one of the most intelligent people I know. So when you send that to her and you get that response, I'm like, yes.
But it's tied into your, no, don't bring your feelings in here.
Yeah. Right. Look,
we will ruin them.
Yeah. Ted's an honorary parochial that night. Listen, I'm just going to tear you down right now. Okay. I feel like you're getting too big for your britches. But no.
When we pulled in, though, I didn't tell you this. There was someone trying to throw away something in the dumpster. I noticed there's steps up to the dumpster. Yeah. They did not use them. They just kept trying to lift it up. And before the lid came back down on them, throw the garbage in. And my mom was like, looks like they're struggling with that. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
You're correct. We don't go to this church. I'm not going to get out and hold
well put, Mom. There.
Yeah.
She looks like she's really struggling.
Yeah. You know what? You are very observant. You are very observant.
Jesus wanted that trash in the dumpster. You would open that lid by now. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's story number one. By the way, I did not bring up the text, but I will laugh at it. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't bring it up, but he's like, ooh, make sure you don't forget that thing.
Yeah. I told you that night, remember? I said, I'm not putting it in the notes.
I'm not putting it in the notes.
But if you remember this, you feel free. So anyway, here's my second thing. You know those Stanley mugs that are popular with everybody?
For sure.
The huge ones.
They actually have like drink talk where women will show like what they're drinking. But they're like, we're drinking water, but it's water filled with like 17 different like Kool-Aid things and like syrups and whatnot.
So it's healthy?
Yeah.
No. It's a pile of sugar.
Is it water? It was.
Yeah. It's wet. So anyway, my daughter has one. Okay, it's a red one.
No one likes a bragger.
Yeah, well, I didn't buy it for her because I don't have Stanley money. But anyway, here's where we go wrong. She's had this thing probably 6 months. Maybe not that long. Maybe. I don't know. The handle breaks. When I say handle, the top of the handle. So it's kind of like solder to the it's got little brackets that are soldered to the side of the thing, and then it screws into there. So I see this, I reverse engineer it, and I go, I can fix this, right? So I try. What I said first, I said,
No one likes a
yeah. What I said first was, I'm going to use Gorilla Glue because that holds everything, right? So I put the Gorilla Glue on, I tape it down, I let it sit overnight, I take it off the next day, I screw the handle on, I go, cool, it worked. I pick the cup up, comes right off. I go, all right, this is stronger than Gorilla Glue. Now, me just wanting to make my daughter happy, I said, I'll fix this. I go out in the garage, I get out the solder, okay? I get out in this case, the torch, okay? And so I melt the solder and do what I got to do. So I get everything going. I realize I can't hold the torch tip, the solder, the cup, and the thing. I don't have enough hands, but I'm still trying, okay? Let me tell you one thing about Stanley cups that I found out very quickly that day. The paint they use on there is highly flammable. I'm not even joking, okay? I thought I was going to lose an eyebrow. Whoosh. Okay, yeah. I have had bacon fires on the grill that are less than what I had coming off of this cup, okay? Now, let me tell you what else that does, is that puts a black scorch mark across the whole cup. By the way, when you try to put it out, let me tell you another thing about Stanley cups. When you get part of it hot, the whole cup's hot. So when you grab the bottom of it, it's not hot. It's still hot, okay? So there's a whole lot of science involved into my stupidity while I was on a wood workbench in my garage, okay? So, fast forward to I hide it in a box, hope she never talks about it again, okay? We're at dinner, we're eating dinner that night at the table, and she goes, hey, where'd my Stanley cup go? And I went, oh. And she goes, did you fix it? And I go, well, kind of. Okay?
Oh, it's fixed.
I go, kind of. So she goes, where is it? And I go, well, I'll go get it. So I go out to the garage, and I get it out of this box that I buried it in, hoping to never hear about it again. I take it in, and I'm carrying it with the good side facing her. So that, like, the handle should be facing me. Only there's no handle. There's only burn. Okay? And she has the big one. So she has, like, the 64 ounce, whatever, the biggest one. It's super tall. 55-gallon drum with a handle, right? And so I said, hey, now one thing about this I want you to know. Gorilla Glue didn't work. So your dad, I wanted to solder this back on for you. She goes, oh, okay. I says, now. And I'm saying all this, no one can see it. Nicole can't see it. They're all sitting at the table. No one can see it. I'm trying to break this to her that I didn't just ruin your cup. I ruined your cup.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, trying to do something nice. Okay. And then I did the typical dad thing. Let's hide it and hope it goes away forever. Okay. Now, I tell her, I go, that being said, Boo, here, it looks a little off on this side. Now, by a little off, there's no handle. The top bracket is gone. I dropped it when it got real hot. Have no idea where it is. Okay. Dropped it. I was holding it with channel locks. Dropped it. So anyway, by the way, when you try to do the solder on the cup, since it's round, okay, it just rolls down both sides and coats into the paint. And then you try to get it off. And then you're like, oh, well, okay, maybe if I let it cool. Nope. I have to heat it back up. Then that paint catches fire. Okay. Just letting you know, highly flammable paint. Anyway, I go, so here's what it looks like.
To be fair to the Stanley people, they were under the impression people were going to be using to hold liquid, not fire. Correct.
But had you have a cup of fire, it would keep it in there.
Yeah.
You just need a lid. The lid's plastic. So the lid would let the fire out. Okay. Yeah. But anything else, fire stays in the cup.
Keeps the cool side cool and the hot side hot.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it makes both sides hot when you have a torch on it. Okay. So anyway, I turn it around and everybody loses their mind. Okay. They're laughing so hard. Now, my daughter's laughing through the tears of, Dad ruined my Stanley cup. Okay.
Now, was it usable before you ruined it?
Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
But it was a matter of time before you filled it with liquid and the bottom handle, because it's only held on by that bottom. It's flexing all the time. You know what I mean? So was it usable? Probably for like 2 more uses. Now, was it not going to be brown and black down one whole side? Yeah, it was not going to be that before I did it. So anyway, I looked at her and I go, hey, now here's the deal. Now you just have a tumbler. It doesn't have a handle on it. And I said, that's custom. So I looked at her, right? And I go, we could paint this any color you want now. You want me to scuff it up? We'll paint it a different color. She's like, no. And I go, all right. I go, you want me to break that bottom handle off so it all matches, the tab? And she goes, no. I go, all right, whatever. You're going to cut yourself on it. So she goes, you owe me a Stanley. I says, I don't owe you anything. I tried to fix this.
Yeah. You know how hard it is to get a Stanley Cup?
Yeah. Blackhawks. Took it forever.
Yeah.
Took it forever. Yeah.
I don't got that kind of skill.
Yeah. I can't even play goalie. I don't know how we're going to get a Stanley Cup. I have no idea. But anyway, I feel awful. I feel more awful that she asked where it was. I would have felt better if she just never talked about it again. I know without a doubt that was not happening. I just thought I had more time. I ruined it that morning.
You should have put it on your neighbor's Blackstone grill.
Oh.
And then when she noticed it, been like, well, when the hell did this happen? What's going on?
Yeah, I can't be responsible for this.
Did someone leave this on the grill and turn it on? What happened?
So anyway, fast forward now. Guess what's on the Christmas list?
A Stanley Cup?
A Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup, yeah. So, but again, if you're trying to fix one at home, let this be a lesson to you. Just like we taught you something last week, we're going to teach you something now. Stanley Cups are highly flammable, okay? The paint on there, it's like kerosene, okay?
The only sad part is that I'm sitting across from you and you did not lose an eyebrow.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Or get like the lines in it for like Vanilla Ice. That would have been cool too, huh? Just like torch lines in it. That'd have been neat. Remember when he had that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, hey Mac, would you ever do that? Would you ever do lines in your eyebrows?
No.
What about for a gift card for that gift card holder you got?
What?
It's been a week. He's forgotten about it.
He's thinking about it. So, but no, I had to tell those stories. Like I said, I do feel bad. If anybody has a Stanley mug they'd like to donate, preferably that still has a handle on it, reach out to me.
Oh yeah, those are big on being donated.
Yeah. So I think they're about $50. I don't know. Cause now I have a Yeti cup, no handle. I've had it for years and it's the same cup. Isn't it just the same thing as the Stanley?
Yeti and the Stanley? I don't know. I don't understand what the status is with the Stanley.
Because the science has to be, both Stanley's like, well,
that's the thing with the
thermos.
They have the Yeti and they have that like Ozark whatever down at Walmart, which is basically like they've tested it. The Yeti keeps things colder for 8 more minutes. You know what I mean? Over the period of 36 hours. Ooh, this made it 36 hours and 8 minutes. Forget that Walmart trash. I'll pay 9 times as much.
Yeah. You know what? The bad part is I just put ice water in mine anyway. So it doesn't really, I mean, like if you put soda or something in it, it's going to get watered down. So I understand where you pour cold soda in it, you want it to stay cold. I get it. But I just put ice water in mine. So you know what happens when the water gets warm? I just put more ice in it. It's still just water. It doesn't. I have a big gallon jug with me today. Okay. I haven't drank enough because I'm not to 5 p.m. You can see I still have more water to drink. But my point is, if I don't drink all this water today, all I do, I dump it out. I rinse it out. I wash it out like once or twice a week because it's plastic, but it's water. It's water. What am I going to do? Am I going to keep refilling it? Oh, okay. I can add to water. It's water. I don't.
Well, it's the same thing. Like if I keep stuff in the fridge and I put it in a insulated thing, I don't put ice in it.
Yeah,
for the same reason. Like it went in there cold. The thermos keeps it at the cold level. Sorry, using a thermos is name brand. Apologize.
Yeah.
But it keeps it at that temperature. I don't need to put ice. I don't like. I used to when I worked at the movie theater. People would say, want something no ice. Totally get it. Hand it to them. I'm handing it to them at like 35 degrees. It's cold but not freezing. Someone behind it be like, well, they just ordered that without ice. I'm like, yeah, what's the problem? Like, well, isn't it hot? No, it comes out of these things cold.
Yeah.
If it came out hot by the time you got to your movie theater, you'd have no ice.
It'd be watered down. Yeah, I'd be like, well, this is really watered down and I got no ice in here. I thought I ordered ice.
Because that guy's paying $9 for a drink. He wants it all to be drink.
He wants it full.
You asked for extra ice. You're an idiot.
Now, that said, I do believe places like McDonald's or whatever else, they have the machine that fills it to a certain level and it accounts for ice. So if you don't, I don't think there's a top off.
Yeah, if you ask
for no ice.
If it's in the automatic things, yes. Same thing with Starbucks. If you say no ice and people are like, oh yeah, I ordered Starbucks no ice and it only filled up, half like 3/4 of the cup. Like, right, because it
accounts for the ice.
You don't get extra coffee. You don't get extra, like
some people think they do.
Milk. You don't get extra cream. No, you get the amount, right?
That's not how it works.
But if it's, the self-serve, I'm filling that right to the top.
Yeah,
filling it to the top, doing a little, and then refilling it back up.
Hey, and you know what? I'll get ice because I'll get more ice when I need it later on. That's fine.
No, you haven't asked me because you're a jerk. But I have a story that happened just now. Our friend Chad Daniels just texted me.
Okay.
because I sent something to him today, and he wrote back. He's like, hey man, I'm just trying to get people tell more people about the special that's on YouTube. Everybody, Chad Daniels, he was on our show years ago, never came back because he's a smart man.
Yeah.
He did a special. He did the record-setting thing for comedy. He did 2 live specials in one night. I went to them.
But two different.
2 different ones. Yes,
right.
he did.
Most people
one.
record the same special.
Yeah, most people like practice a special for a year, put it out, and then they start again with a new material and go for another year, record a special. Chad did 2 different specials in one night. He's only put out the first one. Of course, that's not the one I was in the front row of. So you won't see me in that one. I was in probably row 11, which is still pretty good. But they were both hilarious. The first one's out. It's on YouTube. Go see that.
Yeah.
Check it out. I have the shirt that said Chad did 2 specials and all I got was this shirt or whatever. I have that.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit me very well, so I haven't been wearing it, but maybe we'll get there one day.
Right. By the way, I know what kind of shows he watches because I interviewed him myself. So he likes home shows.
That went over well. Notice how he isn't responding to you.
You hear Mac?
Yeah, he was there.
I just got red in the face thinking about it.
Yeah, we all got like secondhand cringe.
So that just happened.
Yeah.
Just now.
Look
at you. So you're not paying attention to the podcast whatsoever.
Do I ever?
Wait, starting now.
No. Yeah, so mixed reviews. Jay Daniels, it's on YouTube. You can also find it streaming in places. Not on Spotify, because Spotify's trash for comedians, but we won't talk about that.
Right. Because we have a song on Spotify.
Yeah,
we have a song.
That's music. That's different.
We have music on Spotify. So
but please listen. Anyway, yeah, for a guy who doesn't pay attention to the podcast ever, I do pretty well for myself.
You're doing okay. You're doing pretty
I
solid.
hold my own.
Yeah, you're doing pretty solid.
Also, I have people that, hey, I put it on the family calendar. I'm not going to name names. You can figure it out. I put it on the family calendar. I'm recording from X to Y.
So your phone's blowing up right now?
Every time I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a picture of a frog. What do you think?
I don't care. You ever seen a frog so green? Oh my God. Look at it. It's in the water.
But I can tell you that, well, this will come out later, so it's fine. I can tell you that my sister is getting rum cakes for Christmas. Can't tell you
nice.
why.
Nice.
Yeah. For a family that does not have anything to do with alcohol, apparently we sent them a trio of rum cakes. Just found that out.
Get wrecked, losers.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Take them out to your shed because they're highly flammable.
Yeah.
Try to put some solder on them.
Yeah, get wrecked.
First time I went to that house, this is before they were married. So
Yeah.
I was just in there with my future brother-in-law at the time.
Yeah.
Duffy, the proprietor of Foot Wedge Custom Pens, was there with me.
Yeah.
We were on the way there. It turns out the plumbing's not working.
Nice.
So one day, probably the day or the day after we got there, I'm standing in waist-deep water in the basement while my brother-in-law is trying to solder a pipe together.
Ooh. I can tell you if that was a Stanley Cup, it wouldn't work.
Hey, I can tell you it didn't work because I spent the rest of the week using the woods like some sort of caveman.
Right.
It got so bad that we stopped. We got a hotel on the way home just so we could shower.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine like teenagers going a week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I probably did at times. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Yeah,
So-
after you've stood in someone's waist-deep water?
No,
Yeah.
but no, not ever that. But still, you know what? Where you're at down there.
You've been in that house. You've been there.
Where you're at down there. I mean, indoor plumbing probably is like a.
It's probably-
it's a commodity.
Yeah.
It's a commodity.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were there 3 days after they ripped out the outhouse.
Yeah. Nobody likes a bragger. Okay. Wait a minute. You say the water comes in pipes in this house? Wait a minute. So hey, can I talk about something that I saw on an ad? Now this time it's not on TV. It was on Facebook. Okay.
Oh, don't say it out loud because it'll be on everyone's Facebook.
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah. It's called the Stun Ring. Have you seen this?
I don't know.
It's an ad.
No.
So basically what it is, it's a ring that you wear that basically has a taser on it. So when you're about to be abducted.
How does this work?
Okay, so your ring on your hand right now, okay? The top of your ring would have 2 like cat ears. I don't have a picture of it. I don't have if Mac wants to try to pull one up, he can, but it's called the Stun Ring. It has 2 like cat ears that those prongs, when they come in contact with your body, okay, shock the crap out of you.
Have you ever seen any medical like show from 1950s on? What do they say before they put the paddles on them?
What?
Clear.
Yeah.
So you're telling me 2 tiny little cat things that stick out from my ring are going to have enough distance where if I hit you with a stun ring,
So here it is. Okay.
I'm not going to
Oh,
get hit.
no, that looks like brass knuckles. This is just a regular ring. This is a girl wears a ring.
I'm not going to get shocked too.
Yeah, no. This is a girl wears a ring. But anyway, my whole thing is, I know me. I'm going to wear this thing backwards, okay? Or I'm going to shake your hand and you're going to fall to the ground, you know? But anyway, when I saw this, like you said, how do you know? Yeah, there it is. So it's a
My
ring.
point is, like, how is it
a ring.
far enough away that you're not going to take some of that jolt too?
For sure.
Hey, everyone, get away from
How do you know when it's going to go off? So does that mean any time that you come in contact with yourself?
Now I want one of these. Yeah. Because I want, for everyone that comes, hey, pound it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Nux.
yeah.
Give me Nux.
Why is this guy punching a box?
Yeah. Well, because he's showing that it's indestructible.
Yeah, that seems more like a you're wearing a brass knuckle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a shock ring. Is that a
that
shock
just looks
ring?
like a brass knuckle.
No, that
It's
doesn't
a
shock him.
self-defense.
That doesn't. No, it's a self-defense ring. You know what?
So
I don't
I'm
think
I'm wearing a silicone ring under that.
Yeah.
So that way when I shock people, I don't get hit.
Correct. Yeah, you have to be
Secondly,
grounded.
how much power? Like, does it have like a cord
So-
that goes down to a thing that
so-
you wear around your waist?
So here's the thing. In the commercial, the ad that I see, okay, girls go into her car.
Did you dream this? Because he is
No.
7
girls-
layers deep into
I
Google. and still
promise
hasn't
you, but
found
my
it.
phone's on. I could find it in 5 seconds if I had my phone on not private or on uninterrupt. Yes.
Siri, turn off airplane mode.
So my point is that this thing, she's trying to get in her car. The guy comes up. Now she knows to turn around and put this ring right at him. Now that's cool. But does that mean anytime, like you go to pet your dog, boom, Rover's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing in that ring when you're not shocking people? How does it know? How do it know, Ted? How do it know?
How do it know?
How do it know not to shock? Okay.
How do
I have
it
no
know?
idea. Sting ring. So that's probably what it is. Okay. But it is no, that's too big. That's like brass knuckles.
But that at least looks like it would actually have some power.
Oh yeah,
behind it.
no, that looks like it would have some power. But here's the deal.
Actually, that looks like a seatbelt. Could you imagine like switching that out for your seatbelt?
Ow! why did they die in an
Please
accident?
fasten
Yeah.
passenger seatbelt.
First off, if you need those look like brass knuckles. If you need brass knuckles with a stun gun, you need to learn how to punch harder. Okay, those are brass knuckles. You should be able to hurt somebody without having to also electrocute them. That's just what I'm saying. Okay, if you're not strong, none of these are it. Can you go to Facebook?
You
Go
do
to
make a point. Like sometimes you just accidentally brush against someone walking in a crowded place.
Correct. Well, first off, I would do that all the time. I would like if I go
Well,
to a
that'd be
concert.
great if like they're like the eye in the sky in a casino is just looking down and just seeing a line of like people on the
people
ground.
falling. People falling.
Guys, we got stun ring, quadrant 4.
And they're like, Damon. They just know immediately. It's Damon.
Paracchio!
Yeah. I got paracchioed. Is that stun ring? Is that what that means? Yes. But again, ooh.
Did your
Is that?
USB just disconnect?
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. I'm a sound engineer.
I don't
have
know
no
what
idea.
that
I don't know.
That might have been from the other computer.
The one where no one's sitting at it.
Correct.
I know. Now I'm doubly scared.
That other computer is just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. The fat one doesn't stop talking. I am done. I've checked out. That checks out, and so have I.
That checks
Done
out.
hearing
And
about
so
stun
have I.
rings.
Yeah. Stun rings, there's a boxer. Okay. Imagine that. So what are you going to do? Well, I'm supposed to fight Conor McGregor this week. I'm going to get me 2 of them stun rings. I'm going to noogie him until he passes out.
I just don't get like
Yeah. Again, you know
how
what?
much power, how much electrical power could you get into something you
Well,
wear
according
around?
to the ad that I see, the guy falls down. So it's that much. Okay. Again, you're nowhere near the right stuff.
I know, but this one, like literally,
Yeah. It looks like you're holding a padlock.
Yeah.
Okay. And the top
which
of the
makes
padlock.
sense because
Right.
that would be enough.
Right. But here's the deal. Then you're probably squeezing what's in your hand, and that triggers it. See, this other one, it's a ring, and when you just touch
that's
something,
why Spider-Man
it.
put his.
found it. That's it.
Oh yeah, see, he's squeezing his knuckles together.
He's
That's how
squeezing.
he's doing it.
He's squeezing his knuckles. But that's it. Okay.
It's called taser ring, you dork.
Okay.
No wonder why I couldn't find it.
God.
Wait, go back to that.
Yeah.
It had something in the bottom corner I wanted to see.
Yeah. Oh, you mean about the Swedish people? But anyway, imagine putting that thing on, okay, and then you're like, okay, it looks like it gives enough volts. I mean, it's got a little shock to it. But much like
Yeah, it's under the channel Penguin.
yeah.
DIY.
Okay, listen.
I'm
If
gonna
you
make myself a stun ring.
if you lick one of your outlets in your house, it's going to hurt probably. If you can touch both sides. If you go out and touch the car battery, it's just a little shot. It's a little jolt. It's not. So how much power does this thing pack that
I
it's going to
think
drop
that has
you?
been my point this whole time.
Yeah. I just don't understand how this is just going to like drop you.
Can you imagine someone does it to you and you just kind of smack their hand away like you're hitting a mosquito? Knock it off.
No.
Stop it. Stop it. And then you,
How did she get abducted? She had a stun ring. The guy mails back the ransom with the stun ring.
yeah.
This does not work.
Yeah.
Listen, get a refund.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need all this money plus whatever the refund you get from
Whatever.
this.
Yeah, I want the
Battery
refund.
wrist pack
Yeah,
thing.
I want the.
Yeah, because this is a DIY. He has amped his up to put it like.
Oh yeah, no, this guy has made it to where he could barbecue
super
somewhere.
Is this guy Batman?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this guy here has got a whole thing going on.
Electro?
But
Yeah.
anyway, so,
It went from a little spark to now it looks like you can't even. It's so bright you can't even see.
yeah. How'd you cook? You know what's weird? What about when that ring spins around on the inside and you go to take a leak? Okay.
What's weird is that
you're like, what are we doing here?
this guy has a face I want to punch with the stun ring.
He does. Yeah. Like you really want to hit him. So anyway, that's
Now,
the
the best
stun
part
ring.
was I was pointing at the screen but looking at you, so you couldn't tell
guy-
which one.
This guy really has a face
This
that I like
guy-
to punch.
Has a ring and a face.
So anyway, since this is a New Year's special, I wanted to say a few things that I have never done.
Are we doing things or whatever?
That I've never. Well, these are things I've never done. That this isn't bucket list. This is stuff I want to
Taking
accomplish.
a flight.
No, I'm
Wiped his ass successfully.
not. I'm not. One of those is correct. Anyway,
I think it flew.
you've been
Where
on a
did you
plane?
fly?
Really? Where'd you go? But it says no things that I've never done or never had. Okay, never had a Snapple.
What?
I never had a Snapple.
You could have blown me away with the
Yeah.
sting ring.
Yeah. No.
You've never had a Snapple?
Never had a Snapple. I'm gonna have a Snapple this year. I'm gonna have a Snapple. I don't know what flavor. So if you have like a favorite
Snap-on.
flavor,
Snap off. Snap on, snap off.
the Snapple, something like that.
Never had it.
Um,
You've never had a Snapple?
Never have. Now is that and don't they have something like? Do they have like words of wisdom under the cap or something?
I haven't had a Snapple in 2 decades.
Okay, well,
This is your problem.
haven't had one in almost
Would you
5.
have you ever had an Orbits?
No,
Those are the ones that had like little balls that were floating in them?
no, maybe
They were
maybe
around-
at Disney.
They were around from 1994 to 1994.
Yeah, no, never had one of those.
I've got 2 in my basement if you want one.
So here's the other one. I've never had another thing to drink. I've never had a V8. Okay, now I don't like tomato juice. Isn't that tomato juice?
No, it's
Is it tangy?
it's V8. There are 8 vegetables in it.
Oh,
That's
really?
why it's called that.
Okay,
It looks like tomato juice,
so am I better off going
but it
Snapple
tastes like a
route?
rusty drain.
So I'm better off still not having a V8. I'm
Yeah,
better
yeah.
off just having a Snapple. All right.
I saw you try to drink just a hint of olive juice,
Yeah.
and it looked like we were going to have a reversal fortune of everything you've eaten since birth.
Okay. So
We
you're-
would still be standing
So we're gonna
there.
rule out V8.
Yeah,
then.
I
we're
mean,
gonna rule out.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring in a V8 Mac,
Yeah, live.
and a tarp,
It's like a Gallagher show. We're gonna give him a V8.
Is this
We're gonna
watermelon?
wait.
No.
We're gonna wait.
no.
So Damon's gonna crush it. Just give it a minute.
You've
He's
never
gonna
had a
crush
V8
it.
or a Snapple.
No.
Interesting.
And then the last thing, and then, I don't know where this came from, but I had somebody actually ask me this. They're like, because my back was hurting. They're like, you ever had a massage? I've never had a massage in my life either.
Never had a massage. I can't. Well,
Have you?
yeah, I did. Not like you go for it. It's like a spa for a massage.
Yeah.
But after my surgery, my back surgery, at therapy,
Yeah.
they would do a massage around the
Okay.
areas to like,
But not like-
reduce scarring and thing. But not like a full on.
Right. Not like,
No.
hey, you go, you put the towel over, and you go, hey,
Yeah,
let's
not
relax.
with the masseuse. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, I don't
Have you
think.
ever had a mani pedi?
Okay. True story.
You don't have to. I have. They're fantastic.
Okay.
So
I
if you
hate
want,
them.
If you want to count
Yeah.
those massages,
Yeah.
because they will massage from your toe like all the way up to above your knee, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Was this extra? I didn't.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
haven't
say,
paid yet.
yeah, we're getting close because I'm almost having the happy ending. Let's stop. But no, I had one of those once. Here's where we made a mistake.
Did you pick the dude?
We were going to Disney. No, we're going to Disney. And Nicole said, hey, let's do this. Now, I just got the pedicure. I don't have, I
didn't do the mani.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
just done the pedicure.
the
yeah.
pedicure. She goes, your feet will love it. You know why they didn't love it? They cleaned off everything on my feet that make my feet tough and solid. And then I went to Disney and walked 30,000 steps a day. By day 3, I had blisters on top of blisters because, you know, the callus
Yeah, I
skin
was
that
gonna
makes
say
me
that-
an inch taller right now
Yeah.
was gone.
Gross.
I'm just saying. So no, I have had that. I wouldn't count that as a massage.
I
though.
can say that. I can see that, but just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if that wasn't my goal, like to run a
Yeah,
marathon
yeah.
the next day, you know, I literally did it like 3 days before we left for Disney.
Yeah. They're like, hey, I'm gonna go race the salt flats. Maybe take the windshield out first. That's
Yeah.
basically what you did.
Yeah. It was not a smart move whatsoever. Okay. So,
I would do that when you came back from Disney.
okay. But see, here's the deal. Scarred me for life. Never doing it again. All right. But the massage, I'm kind of thinking I might scar somebody else. That's why I probably haven't done a massage. You know what I mean? Because I have other people tell me hot stones.
I gotta touch this.
Yeah.
Ooh. I can't touch this.
Yeah. By the way, it's like I had a V8 because I'm ready to hurl. But no, I've never had a massage.
Yeah, I've never had the full on massage.
No,
experience.
never have.
Never
Never
been-
have.
But I've never been interested either.
Yeah, I probably haven't either. But when I had my back issue last week, that was what people asked me. They're like, "Do you ever get a massage?" I'm like, "No, I never have." And I thought about it. I'm like, "I've never had." So I added it to the list. So, but those are only 3 things that I really like. Yeah, I saw something and I was just like, "Oh, I never had that. Oh, I never had that," and I threw it down. I'm sure there's tons of other stuff. I just didn't focus on it. You know, is there anything you can think of that you've never had that you want to do this year? 2024.
I love you always like. I've prepared this for 2 weeks. I'm going to ask Ted flat out.
Yeah. But I mean, but you like Snapple, is there something where you're just like, "Well, I've never had that. Maybe I should." And
I can't think of anything off the top of my head because there's not a lot of stuff I haven't tried.
Right. No, because you're more outgoing. I don't think there's anything Mac hasn't tried. Mac, is there anything you desperately want to have this year you've never had?
Not really, no.
No. See? So, but you know what? You could bring in anything. He'd pretty much
I did just give him ghost pepper ketchup, but he seemed very excited about it.
He did. He did seem very, very, very excited about that.
But I did get it in a small bottle just because he didn't like it. So I don't want to waste.
Right, yeah. Come on. Waste not, want not. You know? That's not something that you drop off at the food pantry and be like, "I didn't like this whole bottle. So here you go."
I did ask the bartender the other week at comedy. Still not funny.
Yeah, still not funny.
Did you have any recommendations? He's like, "Well, we're out of this," and I went, "Bro, you're bad at this."
Yeah.
I literally said, "Like, you're bad at this." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't ask for what I couldn't get.
Yeah.
I asked for what I might not have gotten.
Yeah.
But you could suggest something that would be interesting." You know?
Yeah. That's not, you know what, that sounds like every.
Because here's what I hate when a place gives you a drink menu.
Yeah.
It has 11 drinks on it. Like, "Hey, but we can make anything." Okay, you've only suggested 11. I don't want any of these.
Yeah.
What do you suggest? Oh, we're out of that.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for that.
Right.
I'm asking what you can do.
Right. You know what?
Because it's at a brewery. That's not their fault. It's not my fault. I'm just not a big beer guy.
Right. Right.
So if you tell me you have a full bar and you can make anything, but your recommendations are 11 IPAs, which literally I think probably taste worse than,
Right. I'll have dishwater.
Yeah.
Just give me some dishwater.
Yeah.
Which, by
Why
the
don't
way,
you just have a cow piss in my mouth? I don't know how it works.
by the way, Spinner's rolling over right now because Spinner loves IPAs. So we're gonna
You know what?
We're gonna let him have them.
You can have them, Spinner.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can, every
Love
IPA, because I'll like say I'm going places like I am doing comedy at this place. Hey, this place has a great IPA. You should try it. No.
Yeah. Spinner, stop sending me messages. I'm
I
not
know
trying
I
the
won't
IPA.
like it. When I take a drink of something and go, "Oh, that is rough."
Yeah.
I don't want you to like, "You know what? Try this other kind."
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you know what? They have one in a different bottle. Tastes the exact same. Spend money on that. Try that one. No, but I was going to liken that to, that sounds like every date I ever went on when I was younger, when it's like, okay, what can we do? Well, here's what you're not doing.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not doing this. You're not doing it. Oh.
Yeah, that's
All right,
definitely,
yeah.
you can't touch it.
Right. But I'm saying, that's what, so we're out of this. This is closed. This ain't happening. That ain't going down. Here we go. Hey, how about I just, is it time to go home? You know, it's like, what do you do?
Can we sit in the same movie theater?
Wait, same row? No, we can't do that. We're not doing that. So off limits. So let's do a couple fun facts. All right. And the fun facts this week.
I want to do a TCO escape room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah.
Me and you.
Well, we can bring Mac if he wants.
Okay.
we can bring Jerry if he wants too.
Do you want to know what's weird?
But the best part is Jerry will show up 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
And his goal is try to get in the room.
I was going to say, he's going to figure out how to get in. It's like, hold on. Guys.
And
Guys.
then 45 minutes later, he'll be, he'll be, hey, like, no, we just got out, man. We're going home.
Yeah. We're all in the same room. That's because we're out. Okay.
This is still a lobby.
See, here's the problem. Okay. Here's the problem I see with this. First off, I'm going to make fun of Mac the whole time we're in there. I'm not going to be focused on clues. Second off, when I find a clue, you know what I'm going to do.
Huh?
I'm totally going to do that. As soon as one of my clues work, I'm going to be like, huh? Was I right? Was I right? You know I'm going to do that. So I really feel like we're going to need like a 6-hour time.
I mean, we
limit.
can bring other people. It doesn't have to just be the three of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but even then, it depends on who it is. Because, you know, you bring certain people to listen to the show and they're going to be like, hey, was that funny? Hey, let me say this. Was this funny? It's going to be like, hold on a minute. We're trying to solve a clue here. We're trying to get a clue. So
I'm telling you, I would never be more motivated in my life to get out of the room.
Ted saw the whole thing himself.
Found it.
Yeah. He saw the whole thing himself.
He jumped 15 clues to get to there.
You know what's weird? There's just a Kool-Aid sized hole in the wall.
Oh, yeah.
We are out. That was 64 seconds. He couldn't take anymore.
God, I would want to.
He couldn't take anymore.
Have you ever been in the real fancy ones where they do lock you in and you have to push the button to get out if you need to for any emergency?
No, I only been
I
in
think
one
that
or
would
two.
be, I'm sure someone has to have done it, but just been like, boop. Hey, found it.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
You guys labeled it. I don't.
Yeah, it's right here.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
All right, I cut you off. What were you gonna say?
No. Let's do some fun facts. All right. This one is great. In 2009, and I think this guy was popular then, rapper Coolio attempted a stage dive. No one in the crowd caught him. He was beaten up. He was beaten up, and he had his shoes stolen.
Wow.
So here's a guy. You paid money to go to his concert. Yeah. You beat the piss out of him and take his shoes. How cool is that? And the crowd parts like the Red Sea when he jumps.
You're getting your money back. Look, those shoes are paying for these tickets and some.
You know what's weird? You bend down, you hand him a Sharpie. Would you sign this?
You know what the best part is that Pitbull called him and said, "Who's the bitch now?" Because you know what they did to Pitbull?
No.
There was a contest that like people voted on which Walmart Pitbull would play at, like play a free show.
Okay.
Anyone could vote.
Yeah.
Anchorage, Alaska won.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on purpose. They sent him to Alaska where no one would go, but he had to go. He had to file the contract and everything. So he thought he was going to be cool. He's going to be somewhere real fun. Like he showed up, like 9 people were there. So he calls Coolio like, "Hey, you know what? At least 9 people couldn't take me out."
Yeah. Here's you go. I got 10 bodyguards. All right. So I'm going to let you know this really. Oh, is this the video? This really happened.
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty funny.
yeah,
it's a made up
AI
thing. Yeah.
done in 1991.
It's a made up thing. But yeah, so basically at one of his own shows that people paid money to go see, because in 2009, he was a thing, right? He was still, because
he was still alive.
Right. Yeah.
And 2, he was a thing.
He was a thing. So anyway, I just thought that was an awesome fact. And yes.
But what if he puts on like a garbage show?
Yeah.
He's 11 songs into an absolute dumpster fire. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to crowd surf." And people just are like, "No."
Yeah. I am going to get me 1 Nike kick worth of ticket money.
How about Cooley? No.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. So my other thought is, every show after that, he did it in Crocs. You know what I mean? He's like, they ain't gonna steal these bitches. Here we go.
He did a stage like hop down.
Yeah. He's bungeeing. So he just gets to the stage and then he comes in and he's like, I ain't falling for that again, So, but no, for you to part like the Red Sea, throwing away the garbage, for you to part like the Red Sea and watch the guy you paid money to see perform, hit the floor and then go, I think I'm gonna hit him with a haymaker, okay? And I'm gonna get me those Nike kicks. It's pretty crazy. All right, that's fun fact number 1. Fun fact number 2. In 2007, Navy SEAL Mike Day was shot 27 times by 4 Al-Qaeda gunmen and hit by grenade shrapnel, but still managed to kill all 4 of the gunmen and walk out to the extraction helicopter. Okay? Here's the next sentence. He recovered and is living with his wife and daughters. My next sentence would be, he sure misses being, because he has no sons. So he's in a house with his wife and daughters. He's like, I need to go back. I think I need to go back over there.
We need to go back.
Is he having PTSD? No, he's having, I want to go back. Yeah, he's not, he's jonesing for it. Okay. He's not running from it. He's jonesing for it. So, because you know how many times he's unclogging the toilet? For no reason?
I'm sure,
for no reason?
I'm sure the lid's down all the time.
Okay. Wife and daughters. I don't know how old the daughters are, but when they get to a certain age, there's a lot more stuff goes down their toilet. Now, when they're younger, they just put stuff down there to put stuff down there. I get it,
How many times was he shot?
Yeah, 27.
27 about that. I need to get shot 27 times. Just walk around with a plunger all day.
You forgot about the grenade shrapnel. Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, when he comes to your house and the lid's down, I wonder what kind of what his reaction would be.
Oh, I don't want to see the PTSD.
So you think maybe he's hiding in the shower with a shank? You know what I mean? I'll get him right now. So, but at the same time, guy's a badass because the guys that shot him, he killed all 4 of them and then said, that's cool. I know where the helicopter is. I'll walk from here. Okay.
He pulls out the lighter that his grandpa had given him and there's 27 bullets all lined up right in a row. It's like, thanks, Gramps.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's always how it is, on the you see the guy get shot, you think he's
Johnny
dead.
Dangerously.
He comes back and
yeah,
he's like,
the gum case.
Yeah.
Ooh, the gum case. But yeah, so he walked out to the extraction helicopter. By the way, I've never quite understood extraction helicopters because they're very loud. And if you're in the middle of stuff going down, I got to think that the first thing people would turn to do is shoot at the helicopter.
Yeah, well, usually they have someone doing suppressive fire while you're doing that.
Yeah. But, again, 27 times he comes home to
I've never been in war, but I understand from the Star Wars that having the high ground
Understood.
Usually.
Understood. I like how you have knowledge of this that I just don't have. You're very knowledgeable.
The Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're the type of guy that would wear a stun ring. That's what I feel like. Imagine that if he had if he got all done with that.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
I am a piece of garbage.
Didn't they sample that?
No, you didn't.
You didn't.
And that's why you're failing.
That's
okay?
why I had to go to my own phone to pull that.
So,
And then I was about to play it, and all of a sudden he's like, hey, this hero got shot 27 times. I can't play that. No,
no, piece of garbage.
Then I'm the piece of garbage.
In a weird turn of events, Ted is the piece of garbage.
But what he didn't know is that he would soon be the piece
He
of
would
garbage.
soon be the piece of garbage. Yeah, it doesn't say how many daughters, but I got to think when it just says wife and daughters, my man's, he's ready to go back. He's ready to go back.
Wow, you know your wife, probably not your daughter, but you know your wife listens to this.
Yeah, I do. I know. I understand. I have other men in the house. You know what I mean? So it's very,
Wait, other?
yeah,
That implies there's,
yeah, multiple men, me and other guys. Yeah,
no, I mean, I know Chuck's there.
us guys.
Chuck is there.
Yeah, he'll tell you that too.
Singular.
He'll tell you that. He'll be like, Dad, just seen me in a squat rack today. I became the man of the house. That's what he tells me. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's go out in the yard.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a race.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I wasn't at the.
He could have pointed out and just said, hey, that one's the squat rack. And you're like, oh, look, man of the house.
Yeah.
Just identify
Wait,
them.
you're identifying gym stuff? You're the man of the house by far. Yeah. Last time I squatted, I said, look at that. Huh? That's what happened.
That's where we hang the laundry.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the code for the garage door. Who's the man of the house now? So anyway, here's number 3. Grigory Rasputin. We're going to call him we'll call him Greggy. Greggy Rasputin, a Russian mystic, reportedly survived being poisoned.
Hold on. Mac.
What's up?
He's about to read us the history of Rasputin, quite possibly the most famous Russian there ever was.
Yeah.
And he's going to say it as if he's never heard the story. Please, go ahead.
I really haven't.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not kidding.
He was the mystic to the Tsar Nicholas, the last one that was murdered, and the Soviets came in. The Bolsheviks, you don't remember any of this?
No.
He was drowned. He was shot. None of it killed him. He all came back.
Okay, well, first off, the drowning did. Let me get to that part. Reportedly, he survived being poisoned, shot, and stabbed numerous times before he finally drowned in the Volga River. So don't say the drowning thing didn't work. Worked. Okay? No, so Rasputin, I've heard that name before. That's who that is?
That's the Rasputin, yes.
Oh, I just thought this guy had like a popular name.
Hey, this guy had that same name and the same death as the other one?
Well, no, I didn't know.
That's
I
a
didn't know how
fun
the other guy
fact.
died. I didn't know how he died. This is not, listen, much like we did the
No.
much like we did the Canadian history last week, I don't know Russian history. I don't know this stuff.
In your defense, before you said what happened to him, like, oh, this is just another guy named Rasputin. And then you're like, he survived. Oh, God, here we go.
Okay, look, hand of God.
So
I
there
had
was
no
this
idea.
guy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He was apparently executed by cross.
So weird. Somewhere there's some thorns.
There's an entire book about him called the Biblia.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah. And Tony gives a whole thing in there. Book of Tony.
Book of Tony.
So you
is
know,
it like-
so you know about this guy.
Yeah, but in the Hebrew, book is rig, so it's the rigatoni.
The rigatoni. Nice. With sauce. With an appearance by Alfredo. All right. Hey, that was a good one, huh? Is that funny?
You thought that Stanley Cup was hot.
Yeah. So anyway,
Just wait till you take it to hell.
apparently this isn't a fun fact to anybody but myself.
This is just plain history.
Okay. So this first off, I find this to be a fun fact. Okay. Did you realize that this guy, he was poisoned, lived. He was shot, lived. Stabbed numerous times, lived.
This is probably the genesis. This man is probably the genesis of son of a bitch.
Right. Yeah. You know what's weird though? Last episode, if this guy would have been just running a marathon, tire would have got him.
Yeah.
Tire would have got him. So anyway, okay.
We have found the solution for Rasputin. It is EPS.
Yes, it is. It is a 120-mile-an-hour car. So anyway, so his name is Grigory. Is that right? Grigory?
Grigory, probably.
No, Greggy. Yeah. But yeah, so Rasputin. I said the last name right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I nailed that one. That's the way to stick the landing, Damon. Good job. So apparently I'm the only one to learn anything from that fact. But here we go. All right. So you don't have to laugh, Mac. Is this a laugh track? What are we doing over here? Huh? Let's be nice to me. Okay, here's the last one. Stop me if this guy's famous, okay? A man swallowed an AirPod while sleeping. He realized it when it was beeping from inside his stomach, and he used his iPhone tracking feature for after waking up. The medics at the hospital gave him a laxative. He passed it out of his body naturally. After washing and drying it, he found it still worked and the battery was at 41%. Now, if this isn't a thing for AirPods, okay, think about it.
God, they should have filmed that. Oh, we found it. It's coming. It's coming.
You know, if that was Beats by Dre, I probably would have heard on the way out, you know? Ooh, 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 ooh. What's that thumping sound? I don't know. He's got some house music.
Coming soon from Apple,
Right.
the Turtlehead edition of the AirPods.
Sounds like you're in a tunnel. Well, one of my AirPods is. One of them's in a tunnel. I don't
Man, this sounds like... Well, one of them does.
What kind of crap you listening to? Okay, first off, I'm going to tell you right now, it's called Five Finger Death Punch.
I mean, one of
It's
those
not
has a
crap.
microphone, right? I mean, that's how it works, right?
I think so. I think, AirPods, you should be able to talk into them. Yeah, there's
God,
a microphone
man.
at the end.
If he didn't make a call with one of those, he ruined an opportunity.
Hold on, I got somebody in their line.
Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now?
It was Taco Tuesday. Hey, listen to this. Wham.
Sorry, there's a lot of wind. I apologize.
Yeah, it's a hot breath. But no, anyway, to say so I can't find it. I'm going to do the search.
Great. Wait, it says it's right here.
Yeah. Where? He's checking his
Yeah,
shirt.
he's patting himself.
Yeah,
I have checked these.
He is stripped down. He is like, it is not on me.
Every layer of clothing, he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Please say it's in my underwear. Please say it's in my underwear. Right.
All right. eBay AirPods, slightly used.
You know what he puts on? In search of one AirPod. So I don't know. I think you have to pair those in a pair anyway. I think that
I
come as a
don't
set.
have it, but it just.
Yeah.
Could
But,
you ever use that again? You know where?
Would I?
Yeah.
I'm frugal. Of course I would. Yeah. I would. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it slides down your water tunnel,
Yeah.
out your stink star. You're putting that right back in your ear.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Straight from the mud chute to the ear. It's going. Done deal. Done deal. Yeah.
Hey, Nicole, whisper in my ear real quick.
Okay, listen. We said Damon had bad breath before, but if you got next to him lately at all, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think he ate a shit sandwich and they held the bread. Okay, I'm just telling you. No bread for me. It's keto. I'm on keto. Just no bread. You know.
Get real close. I want to tell you about a guy named Rasputin.
This guy got shot. Every time I say shot,
Did you say Ras or
stabbed?
Asputin? This is gross.
Get in closer. I got a secret. No. No. Yell it. Yell it from there. It's about you. I don't care. Yell it from there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. All right. So anyway, 3 of the 4 facts. Somebody learned something. All right. 4th one, I learned something. You know, I'm not opposed to just doing something for myself every now and then. Okay.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. All right. So now I'm going to do a TCO of the week.
TCO.
Of the week. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, so here it is. This one is good. Darius McCullum was arrested 32 times for impersonating a transit worker. Okay. Now, stop after sentence 1. I don't know how many times you want to pretend you're a transit worker.
I was just going to say.
Okay.
The amount of effort he's putting it in.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, to have failed 32 times,
Yeah.
how many times do you succeed? Well, they're like, that's a transit worker.
I'm eventually going to get a free ride on the
Yeah,
subway.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like Julio. Come along and ride. My fantastic. It is what it is. So anyway, here's the next one. He commandeered hundreds of buses and subway trains over the course of 30 years. Hey, okay. Now,
Hey, that's once a year. If you're only getting caught.
right. This is where I'm saying. How many times you get away with it? Okay. 30 years, 32 times. This guy, only a couple years. How soon you getting out?
Yeah.
That you can do it again.
This reminds me of one of the famous Christmas movie, Die Hard 2, where he said, I took out 6 of them. I'm like, hey, that's great. There's only 50 of them. Or there's only like 10 guys. It's great. But there's 50 of them. That's kind of a problem. If you've been arrested 31 times out of 32 times, it's terrible. If you've been arrested 31 times out of presumably thousands of times, pretty good average.
How many times did you win? How many times did you get to be a transit worker that day?
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you won a lot.
Yeah, Bulls lost 10 times this year.
Yeah.
172.
That's 172.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And they won the one that counted. So it's all good.
Yeah. Over, like you just said, they won the one that counted.
Yeah.
Nothing this guy did counted.
No. But it says over the course of 30 years, staying en route and schedule without being paid. Guy was there. So here's the deal. This guy was doing a Make-A-Wish for himself, did not want any pay, did it all for the glory. Okay? He did it for the glory for himself. 30 years.
Man, I really want to drive a bus. So there's a lot of training that goes into that.
Yeah.
Not for me.
You know what? They're getting old. I'm going to go down to the subway now. He drove a subway with no training.
That's a little easier, though. It's on a track. It's not going. I think
Right.
the bus thing is harder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That bus is damaged to hell. I don't even work here.
Imagine if it was one of those accordion buses where it's like a bus and then another like 3/4 of a
You
bus.
come back with half a bus. What happened? This is odd because I don't even work here. So you can't fire me.
Bro, you didn't hear that thing flapping back there?
So it says,
And you just see like they just have video footage of just like that back part of a bus just slowly rolling down the street. All the white hairs on it. Like, is this my stop?
so here's the last sentence. He attended union meetings even though he wasn't a member. Dude, when you want to be something so bad, okay.
You know what'd be great though? It's
Yeah.
like let's say you're another bus driver and this guy shows up to do your audit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fantastic. I know you're not turning it in.
Right.
Let's do whatever we want.
Yeah. Wait, Darius?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Darius
come
is
on.
doing the audit? Hey, let's go. Let's take it off some sweet jumps. How about that?
Here's what comes to mind. A few weeks ago, I gave you my bucket list that I wanted to be an attorney. Okay. I feel like channeling my inner Darius, I could just go to a firm, check in.
I'm telling you, one time he was late to work, his actual job.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could do this better. Next week, takes a bus, does it better, gets everyone to work on time. And he's like, that's pretty fun. Try that again.
But what does Darius's wife do? Or does he live at home with his mom? Yeah, he worked for 30 years with no pay.
30 plus times he gets arrested.
Mm-hmm.
After the third time, stop this man.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's he getting his uniforms?
Yeah.
You know, here's the deal. He's at the union meeting and you're like, that's Darius. That's the guy that's not supposed to be driving buses.
Maybe put up a flyer at the bus depot. This man not allowed to drive our buses.
Look, if we learn anything from Ghostbusters, if you put a red line through this guy's face, he's not supposed to get on the bus.
Give him a secret like wave. So when two buses cross and they do that like weird driver thing where they acknowledge each other, be like, oh, look, Darius. He doesn't know the hand signal this week.
The way you said it, there he is.
Darius.
Darius. Right there. That's him. That's him.
Well,
Does everything start with a D?
Darius. Well, yeah, we're not looking for that guy. We're looking for Darius.
Yeah. No, it was way off. That guy's got a uniform. I don't understand, you know? So yeah. But not only did he stayed en route and on schedule. Okay. So now
He's probably on schedule and en route better than the actual driver.
But yeah, if you're the bus company, do you really want this guy arrested? He's working pro bono.
Yeah, right.
This guy's working for free, bro.
He's got his uniform just says Metropolitan Bus Service, like all the fake movie cops.
Right. 555
yeah.
44 55
555. Call Darius.
Derry is. So, but here's the thing, and then we'll be done with it. You do it for 30 years. You get arrested 32 times. How many times do you walk in the union meeting and they already know who you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
yeah, are the cops like, hey, you know what? This is funny. Let's just not tell the bus people. We'll just keep this under to ourselves.
Yeah, listen. Hey, if we're gonna let you out if you promise to go to the meeting this Thursday. Okay, then we're gonna let you out. It's all good. Again, how do you get out that many times after you do grand theft auto on a bus?
Does anyone else have any ideas of how we can improve service for our customers? Well, we could show up like on time. Darius.
You know what?
Get out of here.
I picture GTA 37, Darius. Now we steal subways. Okay.
Maybe they just put on a good spread at the Christmas party for the transit people.
Imagine if he wins the TV. They're like, was this rigged?
Yeah.
Did everybody have the number 12? Did Darius win the TV? For real? Did we all just stay quiet and give Darius a TV? What do we do?
He's just somehow scammed all the tickets. Yeah. So every ticket just says 12. I don't know how I won.
Yeah. Wow. This is crazy.
Hey, can you guys send it to my house? I got to go run a route.
Yeah. Guys, I'm late for my shift. We're in a meeting. We're good right now.
Everyone is
here. I don't understand. I know. All those buses are sitting empty. I got to go drive one right now. So, but yeah, Darius McCullum. So, yeah, it doesn't say where he's from.
But you get my point. Like, after 3 times, stop this man.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, so here's a picture of him. He's just, boom.
He just seems happy about it.
He does. He seems happy. They got
Did
him
it again.
They got him in handcuffs. He's smiling.
Yeah.
He's smiling. He's happy. There he is. Right there. All right. So now we're going to do a strange story.
Strange stories.
And you were about to see the nexus of my being
Oh, no.
where I tie these together. Ready?
Oh, I don't want to see your anything of your being.
Georgia man steals a bus, drops a passenger off at Waffle House. I don't think it's serious.
You don't think it's serious?
No.
Were
Georgia
you the
man.
passenger?
What's that?
Were you the passenger?
Yeah. My wife was. She's like, can you at least stop at the Waffle House? You know, what's funny is she'd be on the bus in speed. They'd be like, we can't go under 55. She'd be like, that's cool. I will tuck and roll. Can you drive past the Waffle House? For the love of God, just drive near the Waffle House.
Picturing
you know?
it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's blowing up her inflatable floaties. I need something to land on because I'm going to eat me.
Well,
Some.
You know that like the bottom front of the bus is blown off because that one lady could not stay. I gotta go, Annie.
Yeah.
That's your wife.
Right.
I gotta go. The Waffle House is right.
It's right there. You have passed every Waffle House. We're running out. We're going north. I'm going to be out of Waffle Houses.
Either we keep going towards Ohio or I'm jumping out. Because somehow they made it up to Ohio.
Yeah. So anyway, Georgia man steals a bus, drops a passenger off a Waffle House. The unusual bus jacking, by the way, that's a funny word by itself, took place in the afternoon of December 3rd around 5 p.m. Again, very relevant, very fresh. A bus operated by a Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority.
Metropolitan Bus Service.
Yeah. MARTA pulled up to a bus stop in Tucker, a city on the outskirts of the Atlanta area. Ooh. At the stop, our questionable hero boarded the bus. Listen, dropping a guy off at the Waffle House does not make you a hero. Okay? I just don't see how that happens.
Yeah.
Okay? And so questionable? Yes. Sadly, he didn't give enough money for the fare, so he was asked to get out of the vehicle. He didn't take that all too well. He began making unspecified threats. This is your hero. Okay? Now we're thinking he might be a hero. However, he's got to stop spewing threats long enough for us to determine whether or not he is said hero. Toward the driver. The driver, following that, following what we assumed is the usual protocol, got out of the bus to report the man's threatening behavior. Okay.
That seems like a weird protocol.
Weird protocol. Now, listen, maybe not if you take the keys with you, because I'm thinking maybe old boy left the keys in the ignition. Yeah. Because I read the title where it says, man steals bus. So it says he got out of the bus to report the man's threatening behavior. However, he must have forgotten the keys in the bus ignition. Do you think?
Do they carry the bus radio outside of the bus?
You know what? That's a very, very good question. Because
hold on, I got to get on the roof and report this in real quick.
Here's the deal.
That's where we keep the can and the string.
Yeah, we have a lawn chair that by the way, we're going long. We have a lawn chair that we have to set outside. Okay. You can hear him fighting to fight. I got to get to it.
I can't find it.
I got to get to it.
I can't.
Wait. Yeah. Listen, I can turn it on in a matter of seconds. I cannot shut this off. Okay.
Once it starts, this theme cannot go under 55.
There's a bomb in the podcast. All right. We're not shutting this off. So Damon's wife can jump out of the Waffle House, but we are not stopping this podcast. So it says,
tuck and roll.
When the driver turned around, his vehicle is no longer there. Bro, you didn't hear the bus start up, the air brakes release, and take off.
Well, that sounds like a bus. Weird.
By the way, I've never been to drag races where I've seen a bus like on the starting line. I would assume when the tree goes green, it's not like it doesn't have a great 60-foot reaction time.
Right.
I think you got enough time to turn around and go, I'll be damned. There's the bus. I don't know what you're so focused on the other way.
Do they keep the CB or the radio? I don't know why I said CB. Do they keep the radio for the bus 30 yards behind the bus?
Right. You
know
what it
he
is?
had to turn around and notice the bus was loud?
He has, you know what it is? The radio has a cord on it like our old parents' phones did. So it could go like from room to room.
Yeah.
So he went out the door with the cord. So then when the bus driver, when they drove off, that just is breakaway. So he doesn't even know. He's standing there talking into it, and he has no idea. He's doing the music again.
Yeah, I heard.
He knows how to start it. Okay?
We've established that.
I'm out of timeline.
You're out of something. I'm going to tell you that right now. It says the man from the bus stop had gotten into the driver's seat and driven off. An 8-mile joyride. Well, I'm guessing how long this lasted. They ruined it with the header. What followed was an 8-mile journey as the bus jacker, by the way, that was my nickname in high school. All right. Drove the vehicle towards his hometown.
It's
there it is.
because that's where he would do it.
Right. Yeah.
Not cool, man.
Not cool, man. No, your mic's live. Your mic's live.
Did you meet the bus driver? That was the bus driver. Same thing. Not cool, man.
Chickens eat mice. He's got the worst Tourette's ever. Chickens eat mice. All right. So it says, perhaps surprisingly, he didn't cause any incidents on the way, weaving through the roads and traffic without hitting anything. So it sounds to me like this guy really has driven a bus before, because that's not something you just do, right?
Or your wife's in the back. $500, you give me the Waffle House.
Listen, I'm going to put a bounty. Put a bounty on the Waffle House. It says we can't know what kind of exchange actually took place on board the vehicle, but we want to believe the passenger told their new driver something along the lines of, since you're driving the bus anyway, mind dropping me off at my stop? Let no one say the man didn't take this temporary bus driving job seriously, because that's what he did. He pulled over at a local Waffle House. By the way, that's the time to catch him. Okay? Again, I don't think the bus... So we said this is in December. I got to think everybody has a cell phone on them. Okay. Now, if you absolutely got off the bus without your cell phone, without the keys, and without the radio, I think you're at fault. You're the problem.
Yeah.
You're the problem. Okay. You should be written.
Also, then who is he reporting to?
Right.
Is he just walking outside and be like, hey, this guy's on my bus?
Yeah. I'm not your supervisor. I don't even work here. So
Maybe he saw someone outside. He goes to report it to him. The joke is it was Darius. And there's a guy stealing my bus. Oh, man, I was going to do that.
Oh,
Son of a...
man. Think he'll come back? Think he'll come back around? Well, he's supposed to be back here at 8:59. So I would assume if he's running the right route, he should be here. But it says when he let the passenger out, then he proceeded to Stone Mountain Park, which apparently has 3 Waffle House locations. And the man got to the park's entrance, but that's where the drive came to an end. He drove up and couldn't make a U-turn. I guess he didn't know how to put it in reverse. Okay. Rule number 1 is stealing a bus. Know how to put it in reverse, right? Shouldn't you know how to, I mean,
Where are you going? I don't know, but it's going to be that way.
I don't know. It's got to go that way. It sounds like me when I was backing up my buddy's trailer. I went to pick up my couch and stuff, and they're like, hey, you can back right up to the dock. No, I can't. They're like, we're going to carry it an extra 20 yards. You're damn right you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen. Let me tell you what's going to save me from buying my buddy a trailer. I'm going to park right here. Okay. Because you know what I can do? I can go that way. I can pull a trailer like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you have a pull-through warehouse?
Right.
Then we're carrying it.
Yeah. Backing up a trailer, different. Pulling one, I'm your man.
You know what I would have done?
Yeah.
I would have gone back to the 60s, got a basket guy,
Ooh. Yes.
put myself in that, then picked up the couch and been like, take me to the trailer.
Take me to the trailer.
I'm drunk.
I only buy couches when I'm drunk. This is drunk couch buying. That's what happens. So it says, seeing the struggling bus, a park officer suspected foul play. Okay.
Seeing the struggle bus.
Yeah. So he saw the bus not able to back up, and he thought, I bet that bus is stolen. Is that really what
happened?
happened?
Is this a silent bus? You got to imagine this guy's grinding gears like a son of a bee. First off, the driver can't hear it when it pulls away. Now the guard's like, he's just hearing the ree, ree, ree.
Can't find a grind it. Can't find a grind it.
I don't know what's going on. Do you think this guy's in trouble?
Yeah. He approached the stuck vehicle and asked the man if he was the bus's authorized driver. The man owned up to his deeds and said, no.
Yeah, because he's probably sitting there in a big Johnson shirt and dungarees.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Long story short, he was arrested immediately. He now faces charges of second-degree hijacking of a motor vehicle, making terroristic, I guess that's the word, making terroristic threats and theft.
Yeah, because he threatened a mountain with a bus.
Yeah. Well, I think he told the guy we didn't have no money. So, but it says, bizarrely enough, this episode wasn't the only Waffle House-related carjacking in Georgia. Another case happened a bit earlier, September. An ambulance arrived at Waffle House. Due to an emergency call, the ambulance crew promptly hopped out, and the vehicle was headed to the restaurant. Before they got in, though, a woman approached them, later identified as a 58-year-old woman, Andrea. She told the paramedics she needed their ambulance. Okay.
Look, I don't care how broke you are, an Uber is still way cheaper than stealing the wee-woo machine.
They told, let's look at this. I need your vehicle. Okay. I need your ambulance. This was their response. They told the woman, a patient was waiting for them in the restaurant, and she should call for another ambulance. The paramedics then proceeded to go in the Waffle House. Again, we leave our vehicles unattended.
After being told, hey, I'm going to take that call.
Yeah. Here's what
No. We need it. Okay, conversation over.
Call another one. So she got behind the wheel of the ambulance and took off.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
This is where Darius is smart. He only took things that weren't occupied. That way he couldn't get the hijack
Right.
thing.
Correct.
He
Yeah.
just had petty theft.
Yeah, he borrowed. He
Yeah.
borrowed it. But she led him on a 40-mile chase. So she had a bus. At times driving 88 miles per hour. She could have went back in time. Okay, she could have.
See, these bastards can do nothing.
They used a spike mat to blow out 2 of the ambulance's tires, but Bryant still drove on the other ones for a mile before stopping and running away. She doesn't seem like she needed an ambulance if she could run away from the scene. So she didn't get far. She was promptly arrested for obstruction of emergency vehicle and a bunch of other crimes. So it appears to me that in this area, this is where you don't want to be driving any kind of, passenger type vehicle?
Well, I was going to say any kind of,
It's Georgia.
governmental issued vehicle.
I thought Georgia people were nice and sweet. I mean, when I drove through there to go to Florida, they're all so pleasant and kind. They don't seem like the
'cause
Waffle House bus stealing type
because
people.
they know you're not stopping.
I can't hold 50 people in my car.
He's Florida's problem. Just let him go. Let him go.
Don't talk. Don't engage him. Don't engage him. He's like a cat. If you feed him, he's going to come back. All right. So, just between us, if we go to Georgia and we need an ambulance ride and we're in a Waffle House parking lot, it seems like it's okay to just take the ambulance. That being said,
I'll tell you though, the problem is that they're thirsty in Atlanta. And there's beer.
Waffle House
there's
in
Waffle House, Texarkana.
We're going to find us that.
We're gonna do what they say can't be done. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Write to us. Tell us what you want to try this year you've never tried before. You can find us at thatchecksout.net. That checks out WTT, all the socials except for X, which is out WTT. This has been recorded for you at Audio High Podcasting Studio. That Checks Out is a TCO Productions. We'll catch you in the rest of 2024.
See you next year. Dad joke.
For Damon, this has been Ted.
You're so disgusted right now.
Hey,
We'll catch you next time.
A side note,
Yeah.
I just found out today is the 4-year anniversary of Audio Hive.
Happy anniversary to Audio Hive. Thanks for waiting until the show was over to bring that up.
Hey, fun
Facebook
fact
told
number
me.
5. Thanks for waiting until the show was over. Dude, were you just on Facebook?